Hello, 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 welcome back to the continuing adventures of Shadowblade. As he treks through the dungeon, where last we left off, I had just finished snagging Sarabov's rune and then going through another floor. I'm continuing to train up my magical skills to prepare myself for the inevitable wearing of heavy-duty armor, and I'm training my armor skill for the same. I think that's about it. I've got 9 out of 15 runes, and so far so good. What more? I don't think anything more needs to be said, so let's get some dragons online and get moving. And there's some dragons, and here's some moving. This is why I like getting dragons online before I enter a floor. You never know when you're going to end up in melee range. Get out of range and order the dragons to go hog wild while I just get out of the way. And go ahead and use this moment of time to prep my second dragon army in case the first one goes down. And then we'll go back into range. Oh, wouldn't you know it, the dragons actually just won the fight completely. Excellent. Alright, exploring the floor. Why don't you go ahead and take that out for me, Toots? Thank you. Let's firestorm from very far out of range. Or from outside of easy range, I should say. Pick up a whole lot of stuff. Orb of Destruction will take that guy out. New Scroll of Blinking is nice. And at this point, we've covered most of the floor. Man, that was pretty painful. Okay, all good. Next floor. Dig myself a nice little opening here. Channel myself some dragons, and in we go. Oh, wouldn't you know it, Christmas came early. Named Panlord on this floor, so we will enable the magic mapping immediately. Go ahead and give myself some floor vision. Blow shit up. So, as per usual, my usual dictum, clear the rest of the floor before you worry about the actual chamber. Just so that you have more and more potential safe random teleports and or safe place to retreat to. Even with teleport control, as a spell, there's no guarantee that I'll have it up when I most need it. And, if you happen to blunder across a teleport trap, it can happen. You can be forced to teleport without, planning for it. And you just know that it's never going to happen until the one time where you can't handle it, and that's when it'll happen to you. So, yeah. Also, it's just good to keep with the general... Ooh, an un-ID'd ring. It's also good to keep to the general principle of going from known to unknown. Or is it going from... Yeah, known to unknown, rather than trying to trek blindly into the unknown. So if I've explored most of the floor, I have more guaranteed retreat space. I'm going to follow the same basic outline that I've been following for most of these Panlords. With the exception of Sarabov, none of them generally scare me enough to make me think I can't take it on. Sarabov, though, he can melt your fire resist, and that's painful. We're going to drop half the potions of curing we have. Obviously, it's unnecessary. Just fire some orbs at you, keep my transformation up, and off we go. Okay, so far so good. Just complete our exploration of the nearby area. Okay. Another takedown. Ooh. That's actually a really, really tempting buckler. A poly-resist buckler could prove to be very useful. It's good enough that it's actually making me consider the possibility of not having my Staff of Channeling permanently wielded, but instead treating it as a swap weapon. I don't think I'm going to do it, though, because being able to channel mana is a constant requirement, and having if the only means at my disposal of channeling mana is Crystal Ball, Anyway, enough chit-chat for the moment. Let's focus on the kills. There's a lot of non-typed enemies here, apparently. Between the Lord Reciprocas and the, actually, invisible would be is the word I'm looking for. A lot of these invisible enemies here. So it's a good thing that I can see invisible. Also, there's a lot of executioners. I suspect that that is a motif that will run for the rest of the chamber. Yeah, at some point my intelligence came back. Awesome. In-game, obviously in real life my intelligence didn't come back. Boom, boom. Yup. A lot more of these enemies that don't have any kind of damage resist types, except maybe generic cold resist. Incidentally, cold is just so ineffective against so many enemies in this game. Anything undead or demonic probably has some amount of cold resistance. Okay, not demonic. Anything undead has some amount of cold resistance. Actually, if anything demonic probably has a reasonable chance of having fire resistance, now that I think about it. I mean, Crimson Amps, the, anyway. Enough yammering. Into the chamber. Even without scrying, I can be fairly sure that the... Whoa, there you go. Tons and tons of executioners, and there's the conductor of this hell behind them all. Okay, that mana fail channel is enough that I'm going to consider bailing, and in my current situation is enough that I will consider teleporting. And by consider, I mean I will just teleport. Unfortunately, I don't have time to activate, I don't have mana to activate a control tele. Fortunately, I didn't end up in the worst place possible. Though you'll note, it is literally one of the only areas of the whole game that I have not yet explored. I forgot to get a decent number of dragons to tank damage. I think I only had one, and that's why that went quite as south as it did. Okay. In a narrow hallway like this, my flame torrents should be adequate for holding him at bay. Okay, channel back lots and lots of mana. There we go. Okay, moving my way back to the front. Lom Lobom was last seen... Oh, I think Lom Lobom is still there. Either that or the tile just is obscured in an odd way. Yeah, it's the latter. Usually these guys are pretty good about returning to the... Yep, you can see the angry face moving. This time I won't make the same mistake twice. Make sure I have my draconic guards up. Okay, that's at least 8. No, that's 7 gold dragons. That should be enough. Go ahead and kill everything, why don't you guys? I'm saving my mana for the real threats that are going to come. Need to be a lich, because you see one turn without being a lich cost me more health than everything else. And oh my god, something is still damaging me. There is no creature in the gateway. I can... Is it possible that I don't have see invisibility as a lich? No, I do. Well, what the hell is in the... It's an open gate. God damn it. Okay, well, I guess there's the invisible creature. That's gonna mandate me to blink like crazy. I'm also gonna have to heal because I don't know why my lich form dropped for exactly one turn. And that was the one turn I needed it. Make a secondary dragonary army. Oh, the door is a 3-tile thick door, not 3 individual segments of door. So Lom Lobom is either dead, which is unlikely, or blinked to safety and is around here somewhere. Actually, maybe it's more likely than I think. That was a lot of dragons I brought with me. Let's find out. if she doesn't show up by the time I find the rune, odds are good she wasn't ever here. And by she, I mean it, because I don't know if it's a he or a she. And I keep saying Lom Lobom, but who was it actually? Gloorx of Vloq. Yeah, I don't know why I kept saying Lom Lobom. I didn't read his name. That was my mistake. Well, Gloorx is dead. His executioner guards nearly did me in twice. In fact, if you note my health total, I had just enough health that my recent HP training is a good part of the reason I lived. But anyway, rune acquired. I no longer need to be in Pan, so any time I spend here at this point is purely to gather resources and or have fun. I see multiple gates. I see a gate to the abyss. And that's all I'm seeing. Not a gate out. Okay then. Let's go ahead and bring myself some dragons. And use Rod of Recharging on my secondary teleport wand. I'd rather be in the Pandemonium for better loot and better experience than being in the Abyss. Either way, I'm just wandering for a way to get out, so it's all the same. Alright, heal wounds, grab the remove curse, drop the bread ration. Instead, pick up the royal jelly, because it weighs less and gives at least as much nutrition. Better ratio. Iron shot, that thing that I never use. Alright, that's good enough. Thanks to Ashanzari, we know that there's no exits, so next floor. This time it didn't even bother telling me that I had a vision of a gate, so even less likely to have a way out. Hey, I can summon things too. I mean, my things are draconic. There it is. Unfortunately, that Hellion is going to be a couple firestorms before he goes down. Fortunately, a couple isn't that many when you are channeling mana as fast as I am. He's probably in the smoke by now. Oh. My dragons went into the smoke and killed him. Also, something is blasting me. Or maybe I'm blasting myself due to miscasts. Which, again, don't provoke aggro on these dragons. I tell you, these dragons basically treat 50% of what I do like it's not intended against them. But if you actually slap them in the face, they will immediately become your enemy, and you will understand why they're so scary. Dropping 5 scrolls or remove oh, no, don't do that. Dropping Unholy Creation and 2 IDs. And I don't know why you're carrying a poly-resist ring, so get rid a ring resist electron F, so get rid of that. I don't technically want slaying either. I'm just hanging on to it so that I can dump it outside the area. It's kind of tempting to actually forget flight at this point. I mean, I don't really use it that much. Certainly not enough that I would to merit hanging on to. But I'll keep it just in case I end up in the abyss again. Okay. Actually, let's grab that gold before I leave. Four dragons, make it 6, and then off we go. Vision of multiple gates. Okay, show me the vision. There's an un-ID'd gate that might have been the way out. And there's a gate that is the way out. North, and that's our ticket. Burn. Crusty, burn. Necro-hell. Look at him, he thinks he's capable. Okay, you know what? We'll just go the long way. You guys can fight all you want. If you're not a Pan Lord, you're probably not worth enough experience to be worth my time. And just periodically tossing out a few more dragons just to, you know, just to guarantee that these fuckers are never happy. Boom. Boom. Oh, ow. Something hellfired me. A Hellion hellfired me. Oh, there is a Hellion. I didn't even notice him. Boom. Boom. Oh, wow. So the Panlord just stood there this whole time and was like, yeah, that's about what I expected to happen. Repeated orbs of destruction to the face kill most things. Dragons are an excellent counter to executioners. Hell, dragons are pretty much an excellent counter to everything. And a subpar counter to everything. You have enough dragons, odds are good you have enough elemental and non-elemental strong damages plus physical damage to kill anything in the game. Alright. Out we get... Wait, am I not on the exit? Pass through the gate, exit Pandemonium. 10 runes accomplished. And now it's a question of whether to continue through to the end game or to just call it here. But before I end this video, I'm very curious what Fire Dragon Armor would do to my spellcasting, so let's find out. 7 and 3%, right? Well, let's wear the sucker. Oh, we can't wear it until we remove curse first. Fine, fine. Remove the curse off of the cloak and the armor that are in our way. Now, wear the sucker. 16 and 7% fail, regardless of my strength boost. That's admittedly a little bit higher than I'd care for, but we should be able to continue working on the issue, because the double fire resist is going to be really nice eventually. Yeah, that's just so much better. Yeah, that's all that I have for now, folks. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.